Hey guys, welcome to this week's installment of Spotless Power Washing Recap. The voice behind this video is Adrian, taking you from start to finish. Alright, let's get it cleaned. Alright, this is a relatively small fence. I did the inside and outside and it was a fairly easy job. One of the things that made this fence get to this condition, I believe, was the elements. And if you can see the lawn, the mud on the ground here, so obviously when it rains, that mud splats and gets on the fence, and over time gets mossy and so on. One of the things you need to do, or one of the things you should always try to do, I made mention of this in a previous video, always go to check out the place first. Because fences generally tend to have cracks and so on over time, and then you might apply the pressure from your machine and might cause some damage or so on. So you should always go to the place before and to show the customer, okay, I noticed there's a crack here or there's a crack there, so I'm just letting you know before I do my work, before anything gets damaged or destroyed and your company has a bad name. You should always try your best to get consent from your customers to ensure that everything is okay. For this fence I did, I think it was top to bottom, and if you notice, there's a design at the top of the fence, a nice metal design. You should try your best to look at all those things and see if you could wash down everything as much as possible, because you don't want to, when you're finished, there are irregularities and there are still mossy stains on any surface that you're doing. So because some customers tend to look at the fine details and not really the big ones, because the big ones are obviously visible. Try your best to do a good and clean job, catch underneath the designs, because if certain houses or certain structures have a design like a molding on it, you should try your best to catch underneath it and so on. And as you can see, this customer has plants in their yard as well, so you should try not to, especially if they're flowering plants or plants that are bearing, to aim your nozzle towards those plants. So try your best to avoid all of that, because that can make the customer very displeased. And just work and go through. I got on this job probably half day or sometime after 12. The weather was good, machine was up and running, and everything went well. Alright, it has been cleaned. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe button, and continue to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at SpotlessGY. Don't forget to contact Spotless Power Washing Service, where we say sayonara to tough stains.